Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Miguel. I'm in Newport Beach still currently, and something was crossing my mind. I felt the need to make a quick video about it. I'm just lean in right here, get real nice and intimate with you. So yesterday I literally spent majority of my day inside of a mansion, and it made me think about something that I felt the need to be shared with you. It made me think about manifestation in general. Before I even get into it, I want to tell you a story about little old me about a year ago. So if you've watched any of the videos where I tell anything about my past, you would know that I used to drive Lyft regularly in order to bring in any sort of money for me to be able to eat. And this was a really struggling time, but I was having these aspirations of making something bigger of myself, of all these big things that I could accomplish. So I would start reading all these books, anything that was actually literal, where they were actually teaching me something. But in order to balance that out, I would also read these spiritual books where they talk about stuff like manifestation, reality transurfing, all these like meditation spiritual books, and like stuff like the law of attraction, and stuff like this was interesting to me. And who knows if it's real or not, but if it couldn't give me 1% of an edge better, then why not try to take advantage of it, right? So one of the things that I would do is I would drive Lyft purposely in the Hollywood Hills. I wanted to be as close to the mansions as possible. I wanted to see these mansions over and over and over again. I wanted to see the nice cars. I wanted the rich business people to actually get in my car and have conversations with me. I wanted to tell them what it is that I was up to. And I wanted to constantly put myself into these situations, because if I felt like if these things were in front of me over and over and over again, then eventually they would actually start to become real in my life. And a few months ago, I actually ended up in a mansion, the same one I was in yesterday. And not anyone inside of Hollywood Hills, but one even better than I would have imagined. And I was able to sleep inside of that mansion. I was able to spend the night. I was able to talk to one of the people that lived in there. It was a great experience, and I don't believe that would have happened had I not have been saying yes to certain opportunities, had I not been driving Lyft inside of that area, and most importantly, had I not been taking action in order to make these aspirations, these things that I was trying to attract into my life happen. Had action not been in the equation, nothing would have happened. But I also do believe that part of it was me manifesting, because I've also been able to find myself inside of mansions inside of the Hollywood Hills on multiple occasions since then. I've also been able to sleep inside of one of those. So does the law of attraction exist? Are you able to manifest things into your life? Maybe. Obviously, I can't say yes. Like, I'm not about to be the one to give you all these answers about the universe that obviously none of us really have the answer to. But I do believe that there's some sort of truth to it, because what you're focusing on, like, naturally your mind is going to start going after those things. There's this thing called reticular activation system, where your mind will actually focus on the things that are at the forefront. So I put mansions at the forefront for me, and naturally when the opportunity arose for me to actually be inside of them, my brain saw the opening and it immediately went for it. I don't believe that we have complete control over this thing. I believe a lot of it is psychological, subconscious, and it's up, but we have the capability of controlling what our subconscious thoughts are. And that is what manifestation is. That is why I place myself around mansions. That's why we read books about making money, about being happier. This is why we do these things, is because we want to control our subconscious mind, control our reticular activation system. So when the opportunity arises to get that thing, to get that girl, to make that money, to go inside of that mansion, to fly to that place, you will make it happen. And these things will start to be attracted to you once you start taking action. That's the biggest point that I wanted to make. Take action and watch things start to manifest into your life. Peace.